What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Thursday, June 29th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 5-game MLB slate tonight. So let's take a look at the pitcher position. So I'm going to pay up here. A couple of studs on the slate. You got Max Scherzer and Taijuan Walker. So I think I prefer Max Scherzer here, but if you're looking for a discount on DraftKings, you can look at Taijuan Walker. So let's go ahead and go over both of these pitchers. So Max Scherzer, he's pitching against the low salary batting team, the Milwaukee Brewers. He's giving up a .598 OPS versus lefties, a .762 OPS versus righties, facing 4 lefties and 5 righties. So the Brewers have hit 25 of his last 104 pitches. That's a .240 batting average. So Max Scherzer is $9,700 FanDuel salary, $1,300 more on DraftKings, averaging 34 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 46 and 55 fantasy points in his last 2 games. So I like Max Scherzer here versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Now I also like Taijuan Walker. He's pitching against the Chicago Cubs. Taijuan Walker giving up a .681 OPS versus righties, facing 6 righties here tonight. The Cubs have hit 13 of his last 68 pitches. That's a 191 batting average. So Taijuan Walker is $9,500 FanDuel salary, $700 less on DraftKings, averaging 29 fantasy points per game on the season. And he scored 40, 55, and 36 fantasy points in the last 3 games. So I like Taijuan Walker here versus the Chicago Cubs. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. So I like Lamont Wade Jr. And he's got a 62% batting advantage over Chris Bassitt. Lamont Wade Jr. batting 15% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .721 OPS versus righties. Chris Bassitt pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, 47% worse than his other pitches. Now, there's no at-bats versus Bassitt yet, and he's $3,200 FanDuel salary, $700 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season, and he has a batting average of .286. So I like Lamont Wade Jr. here versus Chris Bassitt. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. So I like Jose Altuve. He's got a 27% batting advantage here over Adam Wainwright. Jose Altuve batting 57% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .750 OPS versus righties. Adam Wainwright giving up a .778 OPS versus righties. So Jose Altuve is 4 for 16 here versus Wainwright. He's $3,200 FanDuel salary, $1,400 more on DraftKings, averaging 13 fantasy points per game on the season. He's been on fire, scoring 44 and 25 fantasy points in the last 2 games. Has a batting average of .275. So I like Jose Altuve here versus Adam Wainwright. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. So I also like Alex Bregman, also batting against Adam Wainwright. Alex Bregman batting 33% better versus righty pitchers. Adam Wainwright giving up a .778 OPS versus righties. So there's no at-bats versus Wainwright yet. Alex Bregman is $3,100 FanDuel salary, $1,600 more on DraftKings. Averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. Scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games. Has a batting average of .245. So I like Alex Bregman here versus Adam Wainwright. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, who do we have at the shortstop position? Here's a value play. Take a look at Brandon Crawford. He's got a 59% batting advantage over Chris Bassitt. Brandon Crawford batting 12% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .557 OPS versus righties. Chris Bassitt, he's pitching 47% worse to lefties as he does righties, giving up a .877 OPS versus lefties. And I like this pick because Brandon Crawford is 4 for 12 here versus Bassitt. That's a .333 batting average and a 1.052 OPS versus Bassitt. One of those hits is a home run. $2,400 FanDuel salary, $300 more on DraftKings, averaging 8 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .220, scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. But I do think this is a good value play because of the good batter versus batter versus pitcher history here. So I like Brandon Crawford here versus Chris Bassitt. Okay, moving on to the outfield position. So I like Jordan Walker. He has a 59% batting advantage over JP France. Jordan Walker batting 28% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .766 OPS versus righties. JP France pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a .796 OPS versus righties. Now, there's no at-bats versus France yet. Jordan Walker is $3,000 FanDuel salary, $100 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season, scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games, has a batting average of .303. So I like Jordan Walker here versus JP France. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.